Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. In international news, Hamas freed 6 more hostages on Saturday as part of the ongoing exchange under the ceasefire, including 3 Israeli men seized at the Nova Music Festival. The hostages were paraded by masked, armed Hamas fighters in staged ceremonies before being transferred to Red Cross vehicles, with the final captive released later in the day. In conjunction with the releases, more than 600 Palestinian prisoners will be freed, and Hamas has indicated it will release 4 additional bodies next week, potentially leaving about 60 hostages still in captivity, as talks for a second phase of the ceasefire continues. The U.S. Senate, led by Republicans, approved a $340 billion budget blueprint on Friday to advance President Trump's agenda by boosting funding for immigration enforcement, energy production, and military expansion. In a marathon session with 33 amendments considered over 10 hours, the final vote was 52-48, with Republican Senator Rand Paul joining Democrats in opposition. Senate Budget Committee Chair Lindsey Graham stressed that without this bill, there's no hope of securing border funds, even as Democrats attempted to introduce amendments to protect benefits and prevent cuts. The resolution directs Senate committees to draft legislation aligned with these priorities, allocating $175 billion for border enforcement and $150 billion for military expansion, using a simple majority vote. The measure now moves to the House, where a plan endorsed by President Trump proposes a $4.5 trillion tax cut and a $4 trillion debt limit increase. At a Miami Beach event last week, President Donald Trump proposed that 20% of the savings achieved by Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency be distributed directly to American taxpayers, while an additional 20% would go towards reducing the national debt. DOGE, which claims to have saved $55 billion by cutting costs in various federal departments, reportedly conceived the idea to incentivize citizens to report government waste. Under Trump's proposal, the distribution would currently amount to about $11 per taxpayer, a move that could potentially drive further accountability and savings in government spending. In a historic announcement, longtime U.S. Senator Mitch McConnell, the longest-serving senator in American history, declared on the Senate floor that he will not seek re-election in 2026, with his current term marking his final stint in office. The 83-year-old, who has served 7 terms since 1984 and played a pivotal role in shaping the U.S. Supreme Court and navigating significant legislative battles, stated, quote, "7 times my fellow Kentuckians have sent me to the Senate. Every day in between, I've been humbled by the trust they've placed in me to do their business here. Representing our Commonwealth has been the honor of a lifetime. I will not seek this honor an 8th time," end quote. Having recently stepped down as the Republican leader following the 2024 elections and after facing various health challenges, McConnell's retirement is expected to spark a competitive GOP primary in Kentucky for his Senate seat. About 1.1 million Igloo coolers have been recalled after reports of serious fingertip injuries, including lacerations, fractures, and even amputations. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission ordered the recall of the Igloo 90-quart flip-and-tow rolling coolers after 12 injury reports in the U.S. Igloo is urging consumers to stop using the coolers immediately and contact the company for any free handle replacement. The affected coolers, sold since 2019 at major retailers like Costco, Target, and Amazon, can be identified by model numbers and descriptions. While no injuries have been reported outside the U.S., Igloo says consumer safety remains its top priority. Customers can register for the recall online or contact Igloo directly for more information. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Cooking is the leading cause of home fires. Unattended cooking is the leading cause of these fires and related deaths. Therefore, keep a close eye on your cooking. If you must leave the kitchen, bring a utensil with you as a reminder of your efforts. Set a timer for food taking longer to cook. Turn pot handles towards the back of the stove. Keep a lid nearby when cooking. If a small grease fire starts, slide the lid over the pan and shut off the burner. You can take an active role in your safety. Cooking safety starts with you.
Welcome back. Now let's dive into some top stories happening in Braintree. On Monday night, February 24th, the Braintree School Committee convened to review the town's school redistricting plan and narrowed the proposals down to 3 final options. These 3 options, reflecting different approaches to reassigning school boundaries, will be presented for public input at a hearing scheduled for March 3rd. Here's more from the meeting on the redistricting plan.
Okay. I think we should leave 1B in there, and just to the mayor's point, if this is a phased approach, and I'd also like to see the financials side by side. Again, I think, we need to do more than just redistrict the entire town, but I would like to see those numbers. And if anybody else has any input on that. I don't see any. Okay. So again, we'll create a 2C. We have option 3 and option 1B. So those are the 3 that we have support, some again, need the financials, need to answer us a few questions. MSBA, the outcome of that meeting on Friday will be key, and anything else that Mayor Joyce or the town can provide as far as financials. And also Mr. Lee, if there's anything else additionally you can do based on these 3 particular options. So again, the next meeting is on March 3rd at Town Hall at 6:30. And again, it's a public hearing. We probably will have a few things on the agenda prior to opening up for the public hearing, but I will, we'll put that agenda together as soon as possible and share it with the committee.
To watch the upcoming meeting live, tune into BCAM TV on Comcast Channel 8 and Verizon Channel 26, or on youtube.com/BCAMTV. In other news, Braintree police are warning residents about a new call scam that is putting many on edge, as scammers pose as representatives of the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office. These fraudsters claim that recipients miss jury duty and are now subject to arrest unless they pay a fee to avoid it, a claim police say is completely bogus, noting that you can't pay your way out of jury duty. Authorities advise residents to be skeptical of any unsolicited calls requesting payment or personal information, and to report such calls to local law enforcement immediately. Curtain Call Theater in Braintree is set to light up the stage with the hilarious musical Something Rotten in March 2025. The show, which features 2 rival brothers taking on none other than William Shakespeare in their bid to create the world's first musical amidst the backdrop of the Renaissance, Black Plague and Puritans, will perform on March 7th, 8th, 14th, and 15th at 8 p.m., with matinee shows on March 9th and 16th at 2 p.m. Tickets are $35 and are available for purchase online at curtaincallbraintree.org. Braintree's District 6 Town Councilor Meredith Berica is inviting residents to the next Community Connections event on Thursday, February 27th at 6:30 p.m. at their public library. The event will feature the town's new Parks and Recreation Director, Brendan Croak, along with Mayor Erin Joyce. Residents are encouraged to bring their questions and ideas, and families are welcome. Kids can even participate by drawing their vision for Braintree's playgrounds and parks with crayons and paper provided. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Hello, I'm Terry Stano, Director of the Thayer Public Library, and I'm excited to be here today to talk to you about a few upcoming events and share some library news. It's February, so that means school vacation week is at the library coming soon. There'll be a lot going on for youths of all ages. Drop into the children's room to explore activities that are always available. such as Make an Easy Sledding Craft, try this month's Seek and Find activity, play educational games on our R Learning Station, or borrow some books to take home. The Children's Room offers drop-in play from 10 to 12 every Friday morning. During school vacation week, this event will include games and activities for older children as well as the little ones, and will expand into Logan Auditorium. Teens have not been forgotten during school vacation week. On Thursday, February 20th, from 4 to 5 p.m., meet in the teen room to create sand art in a bottle to take home. This program is free and open to ages 12 and up. The library will be closed Monday, February 17th for President's Day. We will reopen regular library hours on the Saturday before and the Monday after. Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The library's Author Hour in Massachusetts continues all month long, and you don't have to come out in the cold for it. This is a series of virtual author talks featuring some of the publishing industry's top trending writers in partnership with the Tewksbury Public Library. The webinars are held from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Zoom. Registration is required in order to receive the Zoom link. You can register through the online event calendar, in person at the reference desk, or over the phone at 781-848-0405, extension 4417. The Author Hour in Massachusetts series of talks is being promoted by more than 50 Massachusetts public libraries. Please visit our event calendar at theirpubliclibrary.libcal.com and search for Author Hour to see our complete lists. English Conversation Circle now meets weekly on Saturday afternoons from 3 to 4 p.m. This is an opportunity to practice English conversation skills with other English language learners in the supportive and friendly environment of the library. Best for intermediate to advanced speakers, but beginners are welcome. Conversation Circle is a free program offered by our librarians. It is open to all. No registration is necessary. I'm pleased to announce that the library has microphones that work and a new sound system now. A big thank you goes out to BCAM, who had put the original system in at the library 10 years ago and has replaced them for us this month. The microphones get used often for talks and other programs, so we really appreciate BCAM's funding and installation of a new system. For more information about all our events at the library, please visit www.theirpubliclibrary.org. Pick up a print calendar at the library or call the library at 781-848-0405 or email referencedesk@braintree.gov. And don't forget to sign up for our monthly newsletter at theirpubliclibrary.org events.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. The MBTA has announced service changes in March to support critical upgrades on the Orange and Red lines, as well as projects at the Maffa Way, Mystic Avenue Bridge, Bowdoin, and North Station. For Braintree residents, the most notable impact will be on the Red Line, where service between the JFK UMass stop in Braintree will be suspended on the weekends of March 8th and 9th, 22nd and 23rd, and 29th and 30th, with free shuttle buses providing alternative transportation. Commuters are also encouraged to take advantage of fare-free service on the Middleborough, Kingston, and Greenbush commuter rail lines for travel between Braintree, Quincy Center, JFK UMass, and South Station. A union representing Stop and Shop workers is threatening a strike across all New England stores if the company closes its Freetown distribution center. Teamsters Local 25 warned that unless concessions are made on healthcare coverage, which could cost members thousands each year, they will extend picket lines to every Stop and Shop location in the region. An additional union representing 30,000 Stop and Shop workers pledged its support for the Teamsters, emphasizing the urgency of the situation. Meanwhile, Stop and Shop maintains that closing the Freetown facility is crucial to cutting operation costs. lowering prices and improving the in-store experience. Asserting that the savings could also be achieved with a transition to a more competitive health plan, the company announced it will close the Freetown warehouse by the end of the month unless an agreement is reached that meets its labor savings goals. In Weymouth, staff at the New England Wildlife Center have overhauled their operations to combat a surge in bird flu cases. The center, which treats thousands of animals each year, nearly half of which are birds, now requires additional protective gear, has designated isolation areas for testing, and increased funding for those tests. CEO Zach Mertz said the virus, first detected in Massachusetts in 2022, has completely upended their work, with this winter's colder temperatures and crowded bird populations creating ideal conditions for the virus to spread. Wildlife veterinarian Priya Patel noted that cases this season are particularly severe, with most infected birds unlikely to recover, though a recent slowdown in bird migration has led to fewer cases in the past week. Despite the small reprieve, the center remains on high alert. In a playful response to President Donald Trump's order to rename the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America, Weymouth Mayor Bob Hedlund has issued his own mock executive order, renaming Hingham Bay as the Gulf of Weymouth. Hedlund shared the proclamation on social media, complete with a hastily drawn map showing the new name scrawled over the original label. His tongue-in-cheek statement included a series of increasingly absurd justifications, even claiming the town's Navy is ready to defend the Gulf of Weymouth. The joke comes as Trump's executive order also reinstated the name Mount McKinley, reversing the Obama administration's recognition of its indigenous name Denali. Valentine's Day may be over, but love is still in the air, literally, at Logan International Airport. A recent survey by datingadvice.com ranked the top 100 U.S. airports for finding romance, and Logan Airport landed at number 37, the only Massachusetts airport to make the list. The survey, based on responses from 3,000 travelers, highlights a growing trend of airport crushes becoming a social phenomenon. Topping the list as the most romantic airport in the nation is Palm Beach International in Florida, followed by Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Tampa, and Chicago's O'Hare. So next time you're at the airport, your perfect match could just be a gate away. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more in sports and entertainment. Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now here's Chris Curran with the latest on Braintree High School sports.
Braintree girls basketball, coming off only their second loss of the season in their prior game, finishes their season with a win over Mansfield 45-39. This game started off slow, with both teams coming off losses. The first quarter ended 8-6 Braintree. In the second quarter, both teams came out shooting, with Braintree outscoring Mansfield 19-15, giving them a 6-point lead going into half. In the third quarter, Braintree's defense stepped up, only allowing 5 points. They ended the third quarter with a 13-point lead. The script was flipped in the fourth. Mansfield held Braintree to only 6 points and got within 2 late in the game, but Braintree was able to hold up defensively to end the game.
Here's the opportunity towards the basket. Braintree's able to get the steal. Big turnover. As Rotundo now trying to get the ball into the hands of the point guard. Trying a three, and Braintree missed that one badly. Offensive rebound and put back.
They go on to be 18-2 on the season, finishing with the 4th seed. They have a home playoff game on Friday where they play either 29th seed Shrewsbury or 36th seed Revere. While the boys finish with a 17-3 record, finishing in the 11th seed, they play the same day against the 22nd seed Lexington. As for hockey, the girls lose their last 2 games against Arlington and Westwood. They finished the season with a 2-18-1 record and missed the playoffs. The boys also finished their season on a loss, 5-2 to Arlington, They finished the season with a 9-9-2 record, finishing with the 16th seed. This gives them a home game against Marshfield, the 17th seed, on Wednesday. You can catch any home playoff game live on BCAM TV at Comcast Channel 9 or 1073 for HD, Verizon Channel 28 or 2128 for HD, our YouTube BCAM TV, or our website bcam.tv. Let's send it back to Martha.
Thanks, Chris. We have 3 movie recommendations for you to watch, but first, some entertainment news. Roberta Flack, the U.S. singer behind a string of hits including Killing Me Softly with his song, has died at the age of 88. With her graceful presence, genre-crossing versatility, and ability to give voice to the full range of love's highs and lows, Flack is widely considered one of soul and R&B's greatest artists. A statement from her spokesperson read, quote, "We are heartbroken that the glorious Roberta Flack passed away this morning, February 24th, 2025. She died peacefully, surrounded by her family. Roberta broke boundaries and records. She was also a proud educator," end quote. Now, here are 3 movie recommendations to help you get through the week. First up, The Monkey follows twin brothers Bill and Hal, who find their father's old monkey toy in the attic, and a series of gruesome deaths begin to follow. The siblings decide to throw the toy away and move on with their lives, growing apart over the years. The film stars Theo James and Oz Perkins. You can watch The Monkey now in theaters. Up next, The Unbreakable Boy follows a young boy with both a rare brittle bone disease and autism. But what makes him truly unique is his joyous, funny, life-affirming worldview that transforms and unites everyone around him. The film stars Zachary Levi and Jacob Laval. You can watch The Unbreakable Boy now in theaters. And finally, The Silent Hour follows a Boston detective who returns to duty after an injury leaves him with permanent hearing loss. Tasked with interpreting for a deaf witness to a brutal gang murder, they find themselves cornered in a soon-to-be-condemned apartment building where the killers try to eliminate her. The film stars Joel Kinnaman and Sandra Mae Frank. You can watch Silent Hour now on Hulu. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128, and you can also now see us in high definition on Comcast on channel 1073. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.